Good morning. Welcome to Unspoken Exit, a series about suicide, suffering, and staying. Let's address a myth that causes deep harm. People who die by suicide are selfish. This narrative is false. Not only false, it's cruel. It prevents people left behind from healing. It also keeps people who are struggling from reaching out. The selfish narrative comes from grief. It comes from shock or despair. It also could be a desire to make sense of something that feels senseless. We might say it when we feel abandoned or when we're trying to scare someone into staying alive. But what does calling suicide selfish really do? It places blame on someone who was suffering so deeply, someone who may have genuinely believed their death would relieve themselves or others of a burden. Most people who are suicidal are not thinking, I don't care about anyone. They're thinking, I'm a burden. They'll all be better off without me. I can't keep hurting the people I love by being like this. These are distortions, yes, but they feel rational. They feel real in the moment. And they are often fueled by trauma, shame, chronic disconnection. When we say suicide is selfish, we center our pain over their pain. That doesn't mean your pain isn't valid, because it is. If you lost someone to suicide, your grief is real. It's deep. It deserves support. But blame is not a path to healing. What heals is empathy. What helps? Understanding. What changes things is asking. What was their world like? What were they trying to escape or express? How can I show up for others who are suffering? Suicide is not often a free choice. It's more like a collapse, a closing door, a final grasp, or a final gasp in a room with no air left. To call it selfish is to misunderstand the level of pain someone was in, and the degree to which they likely believe they were the problem. Calling suicide selfish doesn't prevent suicide. It prevents conversation. We must change the narrative if we want to save lives. We must change the narrative if we want to honor those we've lost. We must change the narrative if we want to change. So next, we'll look at another common response that may seem helpful, but often isn't. The if you die, so many people will be hurt. So I thank you all for being here. And I look forward to seeing you in our next episode. And with that, I hope you all have a wonderful, amazing rest of this beautiful day. And I'll see you soon.